Welcome students, welcome to thermal engineering session. So this session we are going to see about heat transfer. Under that heat transfer, we are going to see about modes of heat transfer. So what are the modes of heat transfer? There are three type modes of heat transfer, that is conduction, convection and radiation. Okay, let's see about the modes of heat transfer. Heat transfer is broadly classified or broadly defined as the transmission of heat energy from one region to another due to the difference between temperature of these two regions. There are three modes of heat transfer from one region to another through by conduction, by convection, by radiation. Let us see this image. Here itself it shows the three modes of energy transfer. One is conduction, another one is the convection, and another one is the radiation. So conduction, this is a furnace. In this furnace, it is the kettle is touched having a surface contact with this furnace, and this cat is there in the loft, and the person is sitting here. These two having a no contact, but the cat is little far from this from the furnace. Person is near to the furnace. So near to the furnace, he is also feeling the hot. How there is no medium between the person and the furnace. So how he feel the heat? That is through the radiation heat transfer. It means that is without any contact, without any medium. If heat is transferred, means that is called radiation heat transfer. And cat is far from this place, and cat also receives the heat. So how cat feels the heat? It means the air is observing the room air is observing a heat. The heat is transferred through the room air, and the room air is through room air. Through the heated room air, the cat feels the hot temperature. Okay, here is another example. So conduction, contact surface contact from solid to solid. From this end to this end, heat is transferred. Okay, that is a convection. First the heat is transferred to the pan, and from the pan surface to the liquid. So solid to liquid, this is convection. And radiation, heat is here, the fire is here, and from that fire to the pan there is no medium. There is no medium, so that the heat is transferred. And one more thing is, when you stand or sit near to the fire, you will feel the heat. That is through radiation. With any medium, you can feel the heat. Now let's see the conduction heat transfer. So it is process of heat transfer from one particle of body to another in the direction of fall of temperature. Heat conduction may take place through solids, liquids and gases. Conduction of heat is due to vibration of molecules. Particles themselves remain in fixed position relative to each other. This is the one example of conduction heat transfer. There is a needle, is there needle or any solid any metal particle. One end one end is contact with the fire, that is the heat. If you feel, after sometimes the next end also the heat is transferred, you feel the heat. That is because the heat is transferred from this end to this end. Okay, this is a normal place. So this is one end is hot and one other end is a cold end. After sometimes the heat is transferred from one end to another end. Then what is convection heat transfer? So it is a process of heat transfer from one particle of the body to another by convection current. Convection is the process of heat transfer during which heat energy is carried from one part of a fluid to another part of it by the actual movement of heated mass of the liquid. The motion of the fluid is caused by the differences in density which results from temperature difference. Okay. So this is the example. So convection heat transfer happens through the convection current. So this happens in the fluids. Okay, maybe it may be a water, it may be any liquid, it may be gas, or it may be a room air. When it gets heated, due to the density difference, the low density will go up, and the high density chilled water or cold liquid comes down, and again it gets heated. And when heat is increased, it density will get low. The less density water rises up. You can see this concept when you heat the water in a pan or in a vessel. After 5 minutes, if you insert your hand into the water, the top layer of the water feels heat, but the bottom layer of the water feels chilled. That is because when you supply heat from the bottommost of the part, the bottommost of the water will get heated up, and after sometimes the water particles, the hot less dense water will go up, and the cold high dense water will sink and come down. This will moving say like a cycle, and after sometimes it will comes to the thermal equilibrium. Then comes the radiation heat transfer. It is a process of heat transfer from a hot body to a cold body in a straight line without affecting the intervening medium. So it means without affecting the intervening medium means if without having any medium or anything between the hot body to the cold body, if the heat is transferred means that heat is called as a radiation heat transfer. Example: solar radiation heats the earth. Yes, this solar radiation from the sunlight, from the surface of the sun, it reaches the earth without any medium. Okay, without any medium or without affecting any medium, it reaches the earth. That is called the radiation. And this is some of the example. You can feel this radiation heat transfer when you sit near the furnace or when you sit near the fire. You can feel whether you are touching the fire or whether you are touching any object. No, you are simply sitting near. That is because that is through the radiation. And this is the room heater. If you are sitting near that, from that room heater the heat is coming. How the room heater, this room heater is called as a radiation room heater. You can see in the market or during cold time, you can see one hot incandescent lamp like that. That heater will be right. When the light is glowing, it will reflect the heat, it will produce the heat. That heat, it radiates, and through that radiation heat we feel the high temperature. Let us see this all three modes of heat transfer in a video.
This water boiling, the heat of the fire, and cooking on the skillet are all examples of heat transfer. In simple terms, heat is the transfer of energy from objects of different temperatures. As objects warm up or cool down, their kinetic energy changes. Kinetic energy is the energy of motion. Temperature is a measure of the average kinetic energy of the particles in an object. As temperature increases, the energy of motion increases. As the water warms up and the temperature increases, you can see an increase in the movement. Heat can be transferred in at least three ways: conduction, convection, and radiation. Conduction is a process in which the transfer of heat takes place between objects by direct contact. It is most often associated with solids. The key to conduction is direct contact. The heat of the pan is transferred to the mini pizzas. The energy of the frying pan is transferred to the eggs. Notice that they are in direct contact. Convection is heat transferred by the movement of a fluid such as air or water. When the heated fluid is caused to move away from the source of heat, carrying the energy with it, it occurs due to density. Lava lamps are examples of convection. As the liquid is heated, it rises and falls as it heats and cools. As the paper burns, the air is heated up and begins to rise. The burning paper is swept up in the convection current, cools, and falls back down. These beans are another example of convection. As the beans warm up, they rise and then cool and fall back down, and repeat this over and over again. radiation heat is transmitted without any physical contact between objects. Watch how the temperature of the lamp is transferred to the thermometer without touching it. These alligators and lizards use radiation from the sun to warm their bodies. If you'd like to know more about heat transfer and conduction, convection, and radiation, this playlist will help.
Next comes to the Fourier law of thermal conduction. So this is the conduction equation for this is the law for the especially for the thermal conduction. Yes, this Fourier's law of thermal conduction states that the rate of heat transfer through a material, is proportional to the negative gradient in the temperature and to the area. It means Q is the rate of heat transfer is proportional to negative gradient in temperature. Negative temperature gradient means dt by dx, that is change in temperature with respect to distance and to the area, that is area. Why this negative sign indicates? It means that negative sign indicates that there is a decrease in temperature along the direction of heat flow. Yes, one side is hot and other side is cold. So from hot to cold the temperature is decreasing. For that reason only we are putting this negative symbol. According to this law, Q is directly proportional to minus A dt by dx. In order to remove the proportional constant, we are introducing the proportionate constant, that is called K. Q is equal to minus Ka dt by dx, where Q is equal to amount of heat flow through the body in a unit time. A is equal to surface area of heat flow. It is taken at right angles to the direction of the flow. Dt is equal to temperature difference on the two faces of the body. Dx, thickness of the body through which the heat flows. It is taken along the direction of heat flow. K is equal to constant of proportionality known as thermal conductivity of the body. Thermal conductivity. What do you mean by thermal conductivity? That symbol K is called as a thermal conductivity. So thermal conductivity of a material is defined as amount of energy conducted through a body of unit area and unit thickness in unit time when the difference in temperature between the phases causing heat flow is 1 degree Celsius. So thermal conductivity of different bodies are different. So it mainly depends upon its molecular structure, specific gravity, etc. For example, thermal conductivity of the wood is different with the thermal conductivity of metal bodies, and thermal conductivity of difference in different metals. Here, metals are good conductors of heat, and insulators are poor conductors of heat. This is the formula used for K. K is equal to Q by A dx by dt. And what is the unit of thermal conductivity is watt per meter Kelvin. And convection heat transfer. In convection heat transfer, convection is the heat transfer due to the bulk movement of molecules within fluids such as gases and liquids, including molten rocks. There are two types of convection heat transfer. Convection heat transfer, free or natural convection, forced convection. Free or natural convection. If the motion of the fluid is only due to its density difference because of temperature variation, then it is free convection. Forced convection. In this mode of heat transfer, some external source like blower is used to cause the motion of the air. Let us see an example, coffee cup example. If you want to drink, if you have a coffee, if you order a coffee, that coffee is very hot. Okay, if you simply keep the coffee in a table and leave it for some times, it will naturally comes down. The temperature of the coffee is naturally come down, it's cool down. Because of this, the temperature density, because of its the natural cooling, temperature difference between the surrounding and the coffee. If we immediately want the coffee to be cool, what we are doing, we are keep the coffee under the fan or near to the fan. What it will do, because the air is flowing in a high speed, high velocity, air is blow through the coffee. It is immediately remove the heat from the surface of the coffee. So without any external inducement, if your cools any fluid or any material down, it is called the natural convection. And if you're using the external source in order to change immediately, change the temperature, that mode is called the forced convection. Okay, there is a hot egg, for example. If you're using the fan, means it is called forced convection. The same hot egg, if you simply keep it by natural air itself, if the heat is removed, it's called a natural convection or free convection. But this takes much more time, this takes less time. What is the difference between free and forced convection? In natural convection, a method of heat transfer in which the motion of fluid is influenced by natural means. Yes, here only through the natural means. A method of heat transfer in which the motion of fluid is influenced by external means. Fluid motion generates as a result of the change of the density of fluid when heated. Fluid motion generates as a result of an external source such as pumping, fan, suction devices. No external factors affects the heat transfer. Only external factors can cause heat transfer. Examples: cooling down a boiled egg when kept in the normal air. Loss of cool of a cool drink can. Similarly, when you keep the cool drink can simply outside, after sometimes it will cool down. It will come to the normal temperature. Like here, forced convection, air conditioning, steam turbines, etc. In air conditioning, where the conditioned air is forced to through the blower. Okay.
दोस्तों यूनिक नॉलेज सिटी में आप सभी का स्वागत है। एंड आज का हमारा टॉपिक है फ्री कन्वेक्शन एंड फोर्स्ड कन्वेक्शन। ये जो टॉपिक है वो आपको थर्मल इंजीनियरिंग में भी चलेगा एंड हीट एंड मास ट्रांसफर में भी चलेगा। ओके, सो स्टार्ट करते हैं। सबसे पहले तो फ्री कन्वेक्शन किसको कहा जाएगा? सपोज ये एक प्लेट है जिसको रूम टेम्परेचर पे ऐसे ही गर्म करके ओवन में से निकाल के फिर यहाँ पे रख दिया है और अपने आप उसका नेचुरल कूलिंग होता है, तो इसको कहा जाएगा फ्री कन्वेक्शन। यहाँ पे हम फैन ब्लोवर बिल्कुल भी यूज नहीं कर रहे हैं, ओनली एंड ओनली नॉर्मल एटमॉस्फेरिक कूलिंग से ये प्लेट है वो कूल हो रही है, तो उसको कहा जाएगा फ्री कन्वेक्शन। अभी है फोर्स्ड कन्वेक्शन। आपको यहाँ पे दिख रहा होगा कि ये जो प्लेट्स है, दो प्लेट्स, उसको हम फैन के थ्रू कूल कर रहे हैं। यहाँ पे फैन लगाया गया है, यहाँ पे फैन लगाया गया है। तो अगर हम फैन या ब्लोवर यूज करके फिर कूलिंग कर रहे हैं तो उसको कहा जाएगा फोर्स्ड कन्वेक्शन। ठीक है, अगर हम नॉर्मल एटमॉस्फेयर पे कर रहे हैं तो उसको बोला जाएगा फ्री कन्वेक्शन। फैन, ब्लोवर एक्सेट्रा चीज़ों का यूज करके हम कूलिंग कर रहे हैं तो उसको बोला जाएगा फोर्स्ड कन्वेक्शन। ठीक है, सो ये बेसिक डिफरेंस है, फिगरेटिव डिफरेंस, ताकि आपको इजीली याद रह जाएगा कि अगर फैन ब्लोवर आए तो उसको बोला जाएगा फोर्स्ड कन्वेक्शन। अगर नेचुरल कूलिंग हो रहा है ऐसे ही विदाउट एनी कंपोनेंट्स, एनी पावर यूजिंग, तो उसको बोला जाएगा फ्री कन्वेक्शन। स्टार्ट करते हैं डिफरेंस फोर्स्ड वर्सेस फ्री कन्वेक्शन। फ्री कन्वेक्शन एंड फोर्स्ड कन्वेक्शन में सबसे पहला जो है वो हीटेड फ्लूइड इज सर्कुलेटेड ड्यू टू द टेम्परेचर एंड डेंसिटी डिफरेंस। फ्री कन्वेक्शन में क्या होगा? बिकॉज ऑफ द टेम्परेचर एंड डेंसिटी डिफरेंस की वजह से फ्री कन्वेक्शन होगा। फोर्स्ड कन्वेक्शन में हीटेड फ्लूइड इज सर्कुलेटेड विद द हेल्प ऑफ फैन और पंप। हमको फोर्स्ड कन्वेक्शन में फैन या फिर पंप की जरूरत पड़ेगी। फ्री कन्वेक्शन में नेचुरली अपने आप टेम्परेचर डिफरेंस से, डेंसिटी डिफरेंस से कन्वेक्शन होगा। सेकेंड पॉइंट, हीट ट्रांसफर प्रोसेस इज स्लो। फ्री कन्वेक्शन में कोई भी कंपोनेंट का यूज नहीं होता, पंप नहीं यूज होता, फैन नहीं यूज होता, इसीलिए प्रोसेस जो है वो स्लो है। फोर्स्ड कन्वेक्शन की प्रोसेस जो है वो फास्ट है, क्योंकि यहाँ पे हम एडिशनल पावर सोर्स यूज कर रहे हैं इसीलिए। नेक्स्ट, ओवरऑल हीट ट्रांसफर कोएफिशिएंट इज लेस। फ्री कन्वेक्शन में हीट ट्रांसफर जो है उसका कोएफिशिएंट कम है, मीन्स हीट ट्रांसफर कम हो रहा है फ्री कन्वेक्शन में। एंड फोर्स्ड कन्वेक्शन में ओवरऑल हीट ट्रांसफर कोएफिशिएंट इज मोर। फोर्स कन्वेक्शन में ज़्यादा है हीट ट्रांसफर कोएफिशिएंट। नॉट पॉसिबल टू कंट्रोल हीट ट्रांसफर प्रोसेस, फ्री कन्वेक्शन में आप हीट ट्रांसफर प्रोसेस को कंट्रोल नहीं कर सकते। फोर्स्ड कन्वेक्शन में आप फैन की स्पीड, पंप की स्पीड बढ़ा के या फिर कम करके आप कंट्रोल कर सकते हो, ठीक है, हीट ट्रांसफर को। लास्ट वन, कूलिंग ऑफ हॉट बॉडी बाय द नेचुरल कूलिंग एट द रूम टेम्परेचर इज द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ फ्री कन्वेक्शन। फ्री कन्वेक्शन किसे कहा जाएगा? कोई भी एक हॉट बॉडी है जिसको आप रूम टेम्परेचर पर रख देते हो और वो अपने आप कूलिंग होती है, उसको बोला जाएगा फ्री कन्वेक्शन। एंड फोर्स्ड कन्वेक्शन में क्या होगा? हीट ट्रांसफर इन द कंडेंसर, कूलिंग ऑफ व्हीकल engine in motion and cooling of hot body by the fan are the example of forced convection. So आज के लिए बस इतना ही, forced and free convection। एक बार आपको फिगर दिखा देता हूँ forced and free की, ताकि आपको याद रह जाएगी। ये जो है वो फ्री कन्वेक्शन है, कोई भी कंपोनेंट ऐड नहीं होता, फैन, ब्लोवर, स्टीम जेट एक्सेट्रा। और यहाँ पे फोर्स्ड कन्वेक्शन में फैन यूज होगा, ब्लोवर यूज होगा, ताकि आप ये सरफेस को क्विकली कूल कर पाओ, ठीक है। सो ये जो था वो आज के लिए बस इतना ही फ्रेंड्स, फ्री कन्वेक्शन एंड फोर्स कन्वेक्शन। थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर पेशेंटली लिसनिंग फॉर अबाउट दिस टॉपिक, फोर्स एंड फ्री कन्वेक्शन। प्लीज like, share, subscribe our channel, hit the bell icon if you want more updated videos, more knowledgeable videos. Thank you for your kind support. Take care. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, students. Thank you for watching this session. Let's see in the next session.